Hello, and in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to create and update, also to populate a combo box with a special value like we did earlier on using the data grid view. So what we're going to do is rather create a new form, a quick one. We just create a new form, new Windows form. Sorry about that. I'll have to. Okay, to move on, I've quickly created this little form that we have here. So what this form is meant to do is updating uh, the data. Okay, the form is intended to updating the user's password in this database, or in the database table. So what happens is when this form loads, all the users within the the database have to be populated in this combo box, right? And after it is populated in the combo box, the user will just select the appropriate what the appropriate username, and then goes to the text box and enters the new password, and then updates. And when it after updating, the passwords within the database have to change, have to update to the newly entered ones. So I know the system is not that secure. Yeah, it's not intended to be. It's just a way of showing you how some things get to go around. So I've left out a lot of things for real-time systems, like the validation. I didn't include all that. What I just wanted to show you was the population within a combo box. From the previous form, we populated data and showed it via the data grid. And in this form, I'm going to populate the data and show you all the data, the data from the database. That is the username from the database via the combo box. And the difference from this one was, here we used to press the populate button. All the events were captured via the populate button, but here all the events will be captured via the form load. And when we say form load, we just mean that minute when a form comes to life. When you run a project, the form loads. That's what we will be working with rather. So to save time, I'm just going to take most of the code from the populate button, this populate button, from the previous tutorial. Take the code, that is the declaration of the command, up to the end of the try catch statement, copy it and then paste. And here you will have to double click on the form. Double clicking on the form, let me remove this. Double clicking on the form, you get to go under the form load method, the private sub form load sender, the private sub form load. Please use the form load or a button, otherwise, that is if you have added a button. So here I get to paste it, and mind you, for each form that you do, you have to include the imports, MySQL dot whatsoever. You have to import all these namespaces and create a new MySQL connection. That is if you're working with the forms individually, but rather you can use modules, create modules. You can find modules, I believe, under here, under the project. You can add modules. Modules, they work like classes sort of. This is where you just make you can declare all your namespaces and the connections, and every time you need it, you need to use such connections. You don't have to rewrite the whole code like I did, but rather I'm going to do it bit by bit so that you understand. So I will write the same code in each single form that we'll be working with in this whole period. So I have my connection. I've declared all my MySQL commands, MySQL data adapter, and the data table. I've opened my connection to the database. I've assigned my connection to the command, to the MySQL command, and then the data is just the same as for the populate button. The only difference now is we don't want to show our data in the data grid view like here, but rather we want to show it in the what? In the combo box. The combo box. So you can use just the same code, combo box.source equal to table, and then we don't want to show everything within this because the table will be giving everything like what the data grid showed. From the username, everything just in this order, from the first name, surname, username, and the password. All we want to show in the combo box is just the what? For me, I want to show just the username. So I'm just going to say combo box one dot display member. What member of the database that do I want to display? Equal to my double quotes, equal to what? And then you have to put the double quotes and name exactly as the name of the field within the database. So come here and say username. So my display member is a username. There are also other attributes to the combo box, or rather other methods to the combo box that you can call, but right now I believe the display member is the most functional one that I want to use. But you can also have other methods that you call by the dot operator, like for example the value member and stuff like that, the value member and all that, but I don't want to use this right now. So with just this simple code, I believe I should be able to execute on form load. I should be able to show what's within. I should be able to show what's within the usernames that are present within that are present in the person table within the user database. So what happens is we'll execute this one, run it. Oh, I'm sorry about that. My startup form